Couple of All-Americans who can really score the basketball, and why not let them tip off against one another. Michigan, Florida Gulf Coast. Here we go from the Convocation Center in San Antonio. Your starting lineups for this matchup brought to you by Capital One. For Florida Gulf Coast, who will start off with a three. That's Emma List. They can all shoot the three. We told you about that. Starting point guard Amy Dilk did not make the trip to San Antonio, so Danielle Roush getting just her third start of the season. A lot of experience around her, though, with both Browns and Johnson and Hillman. Johnson takes the three and makes it for Michigan. Donald's All-American out of the state of Ohio, was called Shebron, or Shebron, depending on how you want to go there in high school, as Hillman has her first field goal.
Gulf Coast is going to have to audible here and find a way to get Bell on Hillman.
TK Morehouse, I see you at 5'3", grabbing the offensive rebound. She gets it to Bell, and then Hillman says,
Has delivered already. Naz Hillman swats that thing, gets a piece of it. You see the emotion. Naz Hillman bringing the emotion early in this game.
Don't forget just how long we have all waited to get here as Bell curls around, gets her first field goal of the game.
Love that from Bell. Her mindset, her tenacity. She is not afraid of anyone.
Leigha Brown gets to the basket. She's been playing with a ton of confidence. You mentioned all that time, Kelly, that she was out.
Put someone else out there that can really score the ball, put the ball on the deck, and take some attention away from Naz Hillman. But, wow, incredible block by Bell. I was about to say, Jen, help side has to be in perfect help side position here. She recovered.
For Michigan. Morehouse, the transfer, goes right around the defense. She came out of Western Nebraska Community College, her first year with the Eagles, and boy, has she been good. It's everybody, couldn't finish at the rim. Tell you what, the smaller the player, the bigger the chip on the shoulder, and she's been fun to watch early. Hillman, over three players, no problem.
They're able to switch every screen. That is giving the Eagles some issues.
And then Michigan gets it down the floor in a hurry. They get some points in transition.
There's not a lot of misses. So Florida Gulf Coast is not getting those long rebounds and getting out in transition. When you make shots, you can really slow down. House is just going to make you pay.
5 points in the game for Morehouse. Three, and the team shooting the three better right now. On that out this morning. 3-point up and good. Aaliyah Stanley, welcome into the game.
It's great defense. This is just better offense from Florida Gulf Coast. Every single player on the floor can shoot the three at any time.
Kenray Johnson showing off some experience there. No points in over 6 minutes for Bell, their leading scorer. Cox says, nah, I'm going to take it. Hey, that was a mid-range, Kelly Gramlich.
Okay, Tyra Cox.
Defending Hillman. She had a block in there, and eventually the Eagles get the possession. There's some of those names that I mentioned. Coach Smith goes in good company.
Because you can't really risk foul trouble. So I like that plan so far. Hillman is going to get hers. It's just a matter of making sure other players don't hurt you, like Emily Kaiser.
Hillman on the floor at the moment.
Keep an eye on how far up Johnson is on Bell, forcing her to drive, forcing her to attack the basket of Gulf Coast's hand so they can't get hot from three on the other end.
Shot clock winding down. Nice little shot fake used to full advantage by Leigha Brown. Couple of triples now for Leigha Brown, senior out of Ontario, Canada, and a drive from Tyra Cox.
We're going to need you for the whole second half. I would imagine after the next media timeout, perhaps, that's when Naz Hillman goes back in the game, but she does have to be careful with those two fouls.
We'll reference the old Muggsy Bogues, of course, like it. Turnover, a little bit of confusion by Michigan. They took it away, and Bell says, thanks very much, let's tie this thing up. Florida Gulf Coast has not led since they hit the first three of the game, and it was 3-0. They did tie it, but Roush gave the lead back, and then Cox says, let's even it up again.
And on plays like that, it works beautifully.
Meanwhile, Michigan trying to prove they can win without Naz Hillman on the floor. She's cheering from the sideline. Nolan has stepped up, played some big minutes off the bench for Michigan. Nice moves on the interior. 5 on the shot clock. Good defense being played by the Eagles. Kaiser will turn around and take it. Rolls in off the front of the rim. Yeah, that was one of the strengths that Kim Barnes-Arico told us she felt she had as an advantage coming into this tournament. They have shown it. Bell
finds a way to slow the Eagles down, which is really what they've done this whole first half.
Morehouse knocks one in before the first half clock can expire and gives us a 2-point game in the Riverwalk region.
One of the strongest athletes in the game. If she really made, I believe that was Emma List, if she really made Emma List fly backwards like in the next couple minutes, but just to yank her right after that halftime, it would completely mess up her rhythm. And I know Barnes-Arico trusts Naz Hillman more than
streak in the country. They rolled through their conference regular season and tournament, much like TK Morehouse just rolled through the paint. We knew that we would, but in terms of fun, I'm going to give her some credit too. And hey, you know what, Bell? Yes, you're fun to watch too. 14 now for Kirsten Bell. Hillman trying to go to work inside. Johnson, though, follows it up. And then Johnson just takes it away. All defensive team selection in the Big Ten this season. Hillman wanted it to pass a little too deep. She makes it good anyway.
And I love that we highlighted this because you're right, Jen, with how young the women's game is relative to the men's. You don't see a lot of third generation. Don't say it jokingly. She says Naz Hillman for president. That's what she thinks Naz Hillman can do in her life, and she's been such an incredible lead.
By the Wolverines, who seem to always do this when Florida Gulf Coast has gotten close. Oh my goodness, dial up the highlight reel for TK Morehouse.
With that finishing ability, most of the time you have that quick first step. You can get there and hit a mid-range, but she never settles for the mid-range. She goes right to the basket and challenges all of these bigger players and scores.
A show going on in this game, both in the stands with some of the good fashion that we're seeing, and on the floor, as this quarter has belonged to Leigha Brown.
That is an excellent play out of a timeout. Throw it up to Leigha Brown, let her go get it. The defense thinks you're going to run some elaborate, for a little bit of daylight, Jen. It's going in. It's almost automatic for Bell.
Oh, I'm going to have to throw out a what can Brown do for you, because she's doing it all for Big Blue.
That wing player that can shoot it, that can attack. And so you don't feel comfortable truly doubling Hillman every play because Leigha Brown is going to make you pay. When we talk about Michigan, we talk about Naz Hillman, but Leigha Brown is one of the best players in the Big Ten, and she's shown.
Each with 14.
Michigan has to know where Kirsten Bell is. Bell is just keeping Florida Gulf Coast in this game. She transforms them. She is just doing so much for them offensively and makes them so potent offensively with how she can score the ball.
While Michigan, led by Leigha Brown, shooting 67% in this quarter. Why not have another one? Florida Gulf Coast needs to hit some threes. Andrea Cecil off the bench can do that. Florida Gulf Coast gets an open look through the back door for Bell. Players that could really make a difference off the bench for Florida Gulf Coast. She had that rebound. She knocked down a couple of threes in the first half, and watch out, because Kirsten Bell is coming for you.
Or if you're just down 6, the Eagles are always within range because of how well they can shoot the three. They haven't shot it that well to
give credit to Bell when she doesn't deserve it. That was Andrea Cecil who hit that three for Florida Gulf Coast. Now Michigan coming down the floor, going to the go-to girl, Leigha Brown. Johnson. Michigan moving it around, but why not let the ball stop right there? And now Florida Gulf Coast
get through.
Get through and get in the bucket. The Michigan Wolverines are feeling it in the fourth quarter. Michigan Wolverines looking good so far. Team that finished 4th in the regular season in the Big Ten. Tyra Cox getting a couple of points, trying to pull Florida Gulf Coast back in this thing. Three-pointer up and good. That is a season high, and three-pointers made for the Wolverines.
How many open threes Florida Gulf Coast got today? I'm going to say less than 10. They really have not had any good looks from three, and Michigan has on the other end. Region is continuing to prove what a talented and stacked region it is.
There's TK Morehouse.
I know Bell had 25, but it took her 24 shots to get there. And that is one of the main reasons why Michigan is going to be able to win this game. They made it tough. Only one loss this season in this game came with Kirsten Bell on the floor. So they were undefeated when they had her. An incredible year for the Eagles.
But this game, this round, belongs to Michigan. The Wolverines move it on to round 2.